By playing Doki Doki Literature Club, you agree that you are at least 13 years of age, and you consent to your exposure of highly disturbing content. Well, I was already showed a beheaded person in driver's ed, so... This just all sounds so happy. Let's go settings. So it seems to be pretty normal. Well, I just hit help. Takes you to the basic RenPy thing. So, yeah, this is a thing. Well, wish me luck, guys. Let's see. Trey. Hey. An annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. The girl is Sayori, my neighbor and good friend since we were children. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other for so long. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase me down like this, I must feel better off running away. However, I just sigh and idle in front of the crosswalk and let Sayori catch up to me. Over's left again! Like hi this time? Maybe, but only because I decided to stop and wait for you. Yeah, like you were thinking about ignoring me. That's mean, Trey. Well, if people stare at you for acting weird, then I don't want them to think we're a couple or something. Fine, fine. But you did wait for me after all. I guess you don't have it in you to be mean even if you want to. Whatever you say, Sayori. We cross the street together and make our way to school. As we draw near, the streets become increasingly speckled with other students making their daily commute. By the way, Trey, have you decided on a club to join yet? A club? I told you. I'm not really interested in joining any clubs. I haven't been looking either. It's not true. You told me you would join a club this year. Did I? I'm sure it's possible that I did in one of my many conversations with her, where I dismissively go along with whatever she's going on about. Sayori likes to worry a little too much about me, when I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. Well, that you can ignore my entire channel. I was talking about how I'm worried that you won't learn how to socialize or have any skills before college. Your happiness is really important to me, you know? And I know you're happy now, but I'd die at the thought of you becoming a NEET in a few years because you're not used to the real world. Oh god, I'm gonna have to look this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so NEET means not in employment. Dang it, I just looked it up, whatever. You trust me, right? Don't make me keep worrying about you. Alright, alright. I'll look at a few clubs if it makes you happy. No promises, though. Will you at least promise me you'll try a little? Yeah, I guess I'll promise you that. Yay! Why do I let myself get lectured by such a carefree girl? More than that, I'm surprised I even let myself relent to her. I guess seeing her worry so much about me makes me want to ease her mind at least a little bit, even if she does exaggerate everything inside her head. The school day is ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. Clubs. Sayori wants me to check out some clubs. Guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hello? Sayori? Sayori must have come into the classroom while I was spacing out. I look around and realize that I'm the only one left in the classroom. I thought I'd catch you coming out of the classroom, but I saw you just sitting here and spacing out, so I came in. Honestly, you're even worse than me sometimes. I'm impressed. Oh, I don't know how many times I've said that to someone. Oh, yay, self-deprecation. You don't need to wait up for me if it's going to make you late to your own club. Well, I thought you might need some encouragement, so I thought, you know. You know what? Well, hey, you could come to my club. Sayori. Yeah? There is no way I'm going to your club. Meanie. Sayori is vice president of the Literature Club. I don't know why I tried to pronounce it fancy. Not that I was ever aware that she had any interest in literature. In fact, I'm 99% sure she only did it because she thought it would be fun to help start a new club. Since she was the first one to show interest after the one who proposed the club, she inherited the title of vice president. That said, my interest in literature is guaranteed to be even less. Yeah, I'm going to the anime club. Come on, please. Why do you care so much anyway? Well, I told the club yesterday I'd bring in a new member. And Natsuki made cupcakes and everything. Don't make promises you can't keep. I can't tell if Sayori is really that much of an airhead, or if she's so cunning as to have it planned all out this way. I let out a long sigh. Fine, I'll stop by for a cupcake, okay? Yay! Let's go! And thus today marks the day I sold my soul for a cupcake. I probably, if I can go back and just like rewatch my entire life history, which can be rather boring at parts, but I've probably said this line sometime before in my life. No. That was the day I sold my soul for a water break. I dejectedly follow Sayori across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Sayori, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. Everyone, the new member is here! I told you, don't call me a new member. I glance around the room. Welcome to the Literature Club. It's a pleasure to meet you. Sayori always says nice things about you. Seriously, you brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Ah, Trey, what a nice surprise. Welcome to the club. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Of course, that's my first thought. Why is that my first thought? Because it's probably going to be hilariously stereotypical. What are you looking at? If you want to say something, say it. Sorry. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. She is also the one who made cupcakes, according to Sayori. You can just ignore her when she gets moody. Sayori says that quietly into my ear, then turns back toward the other girls. Anyway, this is Natsuki, always full of energy. And this is Yuri, the smartest in the club. Don't say things like that. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Well, it's nice to meet both of you. And might I add, my entirely English, like there's no, it's just English name, origins are in English, it does not fit well with the atmosphere. It sounds like you already know Monika, is that right? That's right. It's great to see you again, Trey. Monika smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monika was probably the most popular guy in class. Smart, beautiful, and athletic. Basically, completely out of my league. So, having her smile at me so genuinely feels a little You too, Monica. Come sit down, Trey. We made room for you at the table, so you can sit next to me or Monica. I'll get the cupcakes. Hey, I made them, I'll get them. Sorry, I got a little too excited. Then how about I make some tea as well? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. What is with after school and tea in Japan? Is that just a thing? Is that a thing I'm missing out on? Should I just go into a random classroom after school one day and start making tea? Go into my English teacher's classroom. He's like, "What are you doing?" "I'm making me some tea." Oh gosh, he's a good guy. As Sayori mentioned, it's been widened so that there is one space next to Monika and one space next to Sayori. Natsuki and Yuri walk to the corner of the room, where Natsuki grabs a wrapped tray and Yuri opens the closet. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Sayori. Natsuki proudly marches back to the table, tray in hand. Okay, are you ready? Ta-da! Woo! Natsuki lifts the foil off the tray to reveal a dozen white, fluffy cupcakes decorated to look like little cats. The whiskers are drawn with icing and little pieces of chocolate were used to make the ears. So cute! I had no idea you were so good at baking, Natsuki. Well, you know. Carry and take one. Carry grabs one first, then Monika, I follow. Delicious! Sayori talks with her mouth full and has already managed to get icing on her face. I spin the cupcake around in my fingers, looking for the best angle to take a bite. Natsuki is quiet. I can't help but notice her sneaking glances in my direction. Is she waiting for me to take a bite? Finally bite down. The icing is sweet and full of flavor. I wonder if she made it herself. This is really good. Thank you, Natsuki. Why are you thanking me? It's not like haven't I heard this somewhere before? Made them for you or anything? I thought you technically did. Sayori said. Well, maybe. But not for you, you dummy. Alright. I give up on Natsuki's weird logic and dismiss the conversation. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot next to the cupcake tray. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. Oh, dang it, you have to get the teacher's permission. Yo, hey, can I keep this teapot under your desk? Along with this mini stove to cook it. Oh gosh. Alright. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not... Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. Monika raises an eyebrow. That's all right. Okay, this is gonna bother me. I'm gonna pull up a good image of tea here. Bask in its glory. Bask in my superior editing skills. Quote unquote skills. So, what made you consider the literature club? I was afraid of this question. Something tells me I shouldn't tell Monika that I was practically dragged here by Sayori. Well, I haven't joined any clubs yet, and Sayori seemed really happy here, so... That's okay, don't be embarrassed. We'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? President of the Literature Club, it is my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. Monika, I'm surprised. How come you decided to start your own club? You could probably be a board member for any of the major clubs. Weren't you the leader of the debate club last year? Well, to be honest, I can't stand all the politics around the major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. And if it encourages others to get into literature, then I'm fulfilling my... Monika really is a great leader. Yuri nods in agreement. But I'm surprised that there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting out all the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention, like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile, but it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, everyone? Yeah! We'll do our best. You know it! Everyone enthusiastically agrees. Such different girls all interested in the same goal. Monika must have really worked hard to find these three. Maybe that's why they were all so delighted by the idea of a new member joining. Though I still don't know if I can keep up with their level of enthusiasm about literature. Trust me, this is probably the most literature I've read them all. I say after I was talking about, okay, excluding required for school, this is the most literature I've gone out of my way to read. So Trey, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga. I'm gonna correlate to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. She traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seemed so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. More of my editing than when I hate myself later for making do. But who else is a character that really likes reading and has I honestly thought it was black, but who else has purple hair that likes reading? Do you want to take a wild guess? Do you want to take a wild? Yeah, I'm going to try to be nice to this person the most. You seem. Oh yeah, I already said that. But you know, I like lots of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Very good author. Very good. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I desperately grasped something I can relate to at the minimal level. At this rate, you might as well be having a conversation with a rock. Really? I wouldn't have expected that, Yuri. Someone as gentle as you. I guess you could say that. But if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. But I hate horror. Oh, why is that? Well, Natsuki eyes dart over me for a split second. Never mind. That's right, you usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind on the last club. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud! Give it back. Fine. Your cupcakes, your poems, everything you do is just as cute as you are. Sayori saddles up behind me and puts her arms on her shoulders. I'm not cute. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No. Natsuki averts her eyes. Okay, game decided to have a seizure. You wouldn't like them. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing the level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing them even the darkest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if some of your work can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. The problem with recording at night is you have to do a lot of jump cuts because a lot of stuff happens, especially including dumb dogs. Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. I wanted to read everyone's poems. We all sit in silence for a moment. Okay. I have an idea, everyone. Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monika. Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. Yeah, let's do it! Plus, now that we have a new member, I think it will help us get a little more comfortable with each other and strengthen the bond of the club. Isn't that right, Trey? Monika smiles warmly at me once again. Hold on, there's still one problem. And what's that? Now that we're back to the original topic of me joining the club, I've only come forth what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Sayori may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I still have other clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All four girls stare back at me with dejected eyes. But, I'm sorry, I thought... Hey. You all... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? That is, if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girl's eyes light up. Sayori wraps her arms around me, jumping up and down. Hey. You really did scare me for a moment. If you really just came for the cupcakes, I'd be super pissed. And that makes it official! Welcome to the literature club. Ah, thanks I guess. Okay everyone, I think with that we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to the next meeting so we can all share. Monika looks over at me once more. Trey, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monika with my mediocre writing skills? Oh god. Yeah, I can feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Why is this character so much like me? No. Yeah, well, except for the, like, oh hey, there's a beautiful girl, so I'm gonna say, I'm like, I hate reading. I wanna go home. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri and Natsuki clean up their food. Hey Trey, since we're already here, do you wanna walk home together? That's right, Sayori and I never walk home together anymore because she's always stayed after school for clubs. Sure, might as well. Yay! With that, the two of us depart the club room and make our way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the four girls. Sayori, Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monika. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in a literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances. I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. Time to write a poem. Pick words you think your favorite club member will like. Something good might happen with whoever likes your poem the most. Well, I have to express myself. Oh, depression as she jumps happily. Climax. Contamination. Horror. Philosophy. Oh, well, never mind. Crimson. Determination. Unending. Starscape. Graveyard. Headphones. Unrestrained. Infinite. Inferno. Disaster. Vertigo. Analysis. Tenacious. I dropped something. Crap. Hold on. After image. Stopping the recording to read a little bit. For the short poem by a video game of Doki Doki Literature Club reads Depression, Climax, Contamination, Horror, Philosophy, Unrequited, Crimson, Determination, Unending Starscape, Graveyard, Headphones, Unrestrained, Infinite, Inferno Disaster, Vertigo Analysis, Tenacious After Image. Alright guys, if you agree that this would be a good time to end it, well actually if you don't agree, too bad, I'm gonna end it here. But I'd say that this would be a wonderful way to leave it off. I don't care, honestly. I just really want to play through this, mainly because of stuff I saw. But okay, well I actually made sure I made sure I'm in here like mostly blind. Except for the few little things that the game actually warns you about at the very beginning. But I really cannot wait to get through this. This is going to be a secondary series. After I finish Headliner, it'll be the main series. Like every other week until I finish Headliner, which will probably be after 2 weeks, so it doesn't matter. And then this will be the main series. So I had fun with this. I hope you guys have fun with this. This is Cheeseburger Jesus signing out. Bye bye.